Track 7. Listen to the audio and put the sentences in the correct order.
When I was a student at a college in Ankara, I missed my parents so much that I decided to visit them at the weekend. I also invited my roommate and 2 other close friends. We went there all together and spent 3 great days in my hometown. While we were going back to Ankara, we saw a road sign for Yedigöller near the road. Suddenly, we decided to take an adventure and go there. After a while, we stopped to take photos with the local people. However, when we told them that we planned to visit Yedigöller, they just looked at us and said nothing. After 2 hours of driving, we still couldn't get there and we were running out of gas. The road was getting rougher as we moved on. We weren't sure about being on the right direction anymore. We didn't have any chance to turn back though, because there wasn't enough gas. As we moved on, luckily we passed a road sign saying Yedigöller 25. We all took a deep breath. However, after about half an hour on the road, we saw another sign saying Yedigöller 40. We were so nervous that we started to blame each other. We were getting hungry and running out of gas. When we checked our mobile phones to ask for help, guess what? It was out of service. We were about to die there because of hunger. Besides, no one knew where we were going. We stopped the car and made a plan while we were trying to keep calm. We decided to move on as we had no chance of going back. After an hour, we got to Yedigöller. We were so hungry and tired. We ate meal, got some gas, and then hit the road. We didn't stop for enjoying the scene even a minute. That day, I decided not to.
Track 8. Listen to the text carefully and circle the correct words or phrases.
I remember the days when we used to play outside all day. The 1980s and 1990s were quite different from today. In those times, people used to have totally different habits and lifestyles. As I stated before, children would play on streets all day and have fun. Families didn't used to worry about their children because people were much more reliable and the streets were safer. They also used to respect their neighbors. They would help each other whenever someone was in need and used to share all they had, not their photos. Today, we are surrounded by technology, but most of the people didn't have television in the 1980s. Sometimes they would visit their neighbor to watch TV in the evenings. People also didn't have satellite dishes those days. So while they were watching TV, aerial on the roof would frequently lose its direction and the signal would go off. It was quite usual to see a man going up the roof to fix it while someone else is yelling and helping about the direction of it. There were few channels and programs and everybody would watch them. Sesame Street, Bob Ross, and Barış Manço were famous figures of the time. Children wouldn't miss Hugo, a game show, and cartoon time at 9 o'clock in the morning. You know, there were just tapes and cassette players at that time. If you had a Walkman or a camera, which were high technology products of the time, you were really lucky and cool. Every child used to dream of having a camera or a Walkman. At school, students would wear black uniforms and white collars. Definitely, they were more respectful to their teachers. Economy and quality of life were different too. That's why we used to buy shoes only once a year, and it was usually the first day of school. Despite all the difficulties, those were the days as everything was much more meaningful and most importantly sincere. I wish I had a chance to turn back the hands of time.
Track 9. There are 3 different ways to pronounce the suffix ed. Look at the table below and listen to the difference between the suffix ed in these words.
Id, added, collected, voiceless, advanced, touched, stuffed, coughed, asked, camped, discussed, finished, mixed, voiced, climbed, managed, boiled, seemed, earned, covered, supposed, served, gazed. Words ending in a vowel. Cried, borrowed, carried, employed, rescued, prayed.
Track 10. Listen to the sentences below. Put a tick if the ed endings are pronounced correctly, or a cross if pronounced incorrectly.
1. The police reached the conclusion that Mr. Jackson wasn't guilty. 2. Jenny realized her mistake, but it was too late to correct it. 3. Kids in the playground headed home before it got too dark. 4. The door closed all of a sudden when the wind began blowing. 5. The committee abandoned the project because no one supported it.
Track 11. Listen to the words carefully. Write them under the correct column.
1. Wanted. 2. Watched. 3. Damaged. 4. Followed. 5. Needed. 6. Offered. 7. Laughed. 8. Enjoyed.